It's insane.
We're back for another Sunday afternoon of discussion of politics and other stuff that make you want to think. Uh,
Things that make you go, hmm.
I don't know where you get that shit from. Anyway, he had a flashback of an Arsenio moment. But yeah, so we are here again on another Sunday afternoon.
Howdy.
And what do you know? Whitehorn won the sheriff's race, which had was the cliffhanger of this season's episode. You can kind of say, after two recounts,
This year in Louisiana politics?
after two recounts, and a whole nother race, he still came out winning.
And it went all the way to Louisiana Supreme Court.
Yeah, but the thing about it was, like I was telling my good friend here, it's amazing how people would show up for when they think something is important, something that matter, you know. Just think about if everybody showed up and exercised their right to vote on all occasions, especially if things local that really, that really affect you the most, you know. I know we always complain about the conditions of the infrastructure, like potholes and street lights and certain areas of the city looking run down, but a lot of that stuff, you get a chance to vote on that people are just not voting on. Everybody don't show up at the polls like they should. Myself, for a number of years, I was guilty of that because I was one of the ones that figured, at one time I figured that my vote didn't matter, so I just stopped voting.
How dare you?
Well, hey, I can speak my truth. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing.
How dare you make a mistake?
So, well, yeah, but I corrected the errors of my ways. I am a registered voter, and I do realize how important that my participation in the voting process is. What it takes, it's going to take all of us to really turn things around and start really getting in contact with the people that represents us in the capital,
Louisiana?
locally and federally. Yeah, all the way around. You need to know these things,
Especially.
We all do, because we need to make our voices be heard, no matter whether you're a Republican, Democrat, or Independent. You really need to get out there and support whoever you're going to support. I'm not going to tell you to support who I like, because that's my opinion. For why I like them might be the same reason why you hate them. But the thing is that everybody needs to get out and exercise their right if they have it. Because there's some people out here that want to vote, they can't,
You vote how I tell you.
No, that wouldn't work.
Well, I'm
Please,
just
sir.
saying, there are the
And
vote blue, vote blue no matter who.
And you know.
Vote red until I'm dead.
Yeah, but that's some bullshit, and you know that yourself.
But it still carries on to this day.
Yeah, well, that's ignorance too.
I'm just saying, it still does carry on to this day.
I know, and it's fucked up because just because some people are comfortable, and you know what though, some people are comfortable being wrong. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that everybody else should be wrong.
Or they're so proud they don't want to act. They don't want to admit they're wrong.
Yeah, and that's what makes it rough. Because sometimes, if you listen to another person's point of view or another person's opinion, and open your mind up, you may see something different. Me, I'm always for being open-minded. Because I'm not above being wrong. On many levels, I have been wrong, and I have had somebody to come in and say, hey man, that ain't right. You need to really, really, really reevaluate your thought process on this. So voting is our way of...
What are some things you've changed your mind on? Or have you always had the same mindset?
So what you mean? You actually bring over... What you mean? Do I use wipes instead of toilet paper?
No,
you
I'm
gotta
talking
be specific.
I'm talking about political.
On political?
Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
I'm going to tell you something, and this may sound crazy.
Uh-huh.
I've learned to listen to whoever's running in a race and I'm voting for. I learned to go and look up and see what they're trying to enforce once they get in office, and see what policies or laws they're trying to change or implement that will affect me, on everybody. So that being, I've learned to be very open and pay attention and do research myself.
But that's the thing. There's a lot of these people that get elected and then they don't do what they say they were going to do.
I know, and that's what really hurts us. How, just like how you've had some in the past. You've had some politicians run on the ticket of being a Democrat and get in office and change to Republican. after being in office.
They won't change it like officially, like the letter behind their name, but they'll be doing.
Yeah, they'll be
Completely
like,
different thing.
yeah, they'll be working for the other side of the table.
That's the big thing going on right now with the House of Representatives, the federal House. Like, what's his name? Dude, the leader of the House, he is from Bossier City. The leader of the the federal House of Representatives.
Yeah. Come on,
Yeah.
what's his name?
I'm trying to remember. Mike Johnson. That's
Mike
it.
Johnson.
Mike Johnson. He's the leader of the House of Representatives right now, and the Republican Party's not. Some of the Republican Party is not very happy with him right now, because they just passed a $1.2 trillion spending package to fund the government, the federal government.
How long will that last?
Like a year. A year.
And how much that is?
1.2 trillion.
So,
but
it
here's
takes
the
1.2 trillion to run the federal government for a year.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
On a political level.
That's called bureaucracy.
That's called getting screwed.
Yeah, and not just bureaucracy, but I mean, waste of taxpayers. There's a lot of waste of taxpayers' money, especially at the federal level.
Oh man,
for sure.
So what?
But anyway, the Republicans are mad at him, and like even one of them wants to get rid of him as the Speaker of the House when they just elected him not even that long ago. But they're accusing him of like just being in bed with the Democrats right now, even though he's a Republican. I mean, he is from Bossier City, Louisiana, so you don't get much more Republican than that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So that definitely happens, especially federally. But locally, how do you keep track of them? Is there really that much coverage on these people? Once they get elected, do people just... honestly, I watch the news, like the local news, and there's not that much coverage, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, people get... Well, that's still C-SPAN out there. Other stuff.
C-SPAN doesn't work for Louisiana. It's Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah, well, I don't know to tell you that, man.
I'm just saying we got to figure out a way to track these people.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said,
You know,
you got to pay attention to what they're doing, you know, write them, email them, stay in contact with them. Don't just elect them in like, okay, they're going to do what they want to do anyway. Don't have that type of attitude about it.
Even if you do elect them in like that, then you need to watch what they do after the term they're elected for. And if they don't do what they said they were going to do, get them out of there. And it doesn't matter if it's you got to vote for a Republican the next time or if you got to vote for a Democrat the next time.
Let me ask you something.
Get them out of there.
I have
Just
a question.
Yes.
Have you voted at all? Have you always been a registered voter?
No. Well, registered, yeah. Vote, no.
So, how long it's been since you've not voted?
Oh, 10 or 15 years ago.
So you've been voting continuously for the last 10 to 15 years?
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you this.
Probably, I think.
Okay. We're gonna put it like this. We know for a fact you've been voting for the last 8 years consistently.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So
sure.
in those 8 years, how many times the person you voted for won the election that they were in?
Not every time.
Not every time, but how many? Just name one or two persons off the top of your head that you can remember.
Donald Trump didn't win for president. Locally?
Okay. You voted for Donald Trump?
Oh, yeah. In
Okay.
the last election I did.
Okay.
I mean,
You voted for the
there
dog.
was no decision for me. I mean,
It was a no-brainer.
would you rather have peace and, prosperity for 4 more years or have Joe Biden in there who he doesn't even know where he's at the time.
Okay. We're not for some months. Okay. Now,
But as far as like the last mayor's race in Shreveport.
yeah, locally, yeah.
Yeah, I voted for the last
Arsenault?
mayor.
Okay, you voted for Arsenal.
No, it wasn't Arsenault. The one before him. What's his name?
Perkins.
Perkins. I voted for Perkins.
Okay. And how were you pleased with how he ran things?
No.
Okay.
I mean, after he got, and I'm not trying to disparage man, this is public news. It was in the Inquirer. The dude got like 6 or 7 DUIs.
Okay. He likes to drink and drive. Okay.
Yeah,
But
you can't be a mayor and do that. I'm sorry.
okay, true. But
Why can't you just call a Uber, man? Jeez.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
That's not your subject. Okay. So
That
follow
kinda
me.
is on
Follow me
subject.
through the. No, it's not because I'm asking the questions. Follow me through the rabbit hole.
Okay.
So, other than drinking and driving,
Mm-hmm.
would you say he ran the city of Shreveport the way you thought he would?
No.
He did.
No.
Was he 50%,
No.
75% off?
No.
What?
Completely off.
He was 100% off.
For me,
in everything.
I'm not going to say everything because I don't know every little thing he did.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
So that
But
being
the things that were reported on, yeah, pretty much all of them.
okay. So you voted for Donald Trump in the presidential race,
You're
right?
damn right.
And how close was he with doing the things that you liked? Was he 100%?
I'm not gonna say 100%, but at
50?
least 60, 70%.
So he was 70%,
60 to 70.
60%. So he was
I'd have to really
so
go
in other
back
words,
and
he
look.
was over half of what you wanted.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, well,
So let me ask you this then.
in the
let
past
me finish.
4
I'm gonna let you have your way.
In the past 4 years, did we have any awards?
Not that I know.
When Donald
But,
Trump was
but
in?
I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
something. It's always conflicts
That's all
going
I
on
gotta
we
say.
don't know about.
Yeah, but not that we're
But it's
directly
always stuff
involved
that
with.
we don't know about.
And funding and
You know what
putting
I'm saying?
trillions
Because
of dollars.
The American people can't know everything
We've
that
given-
the federal government knows at once. Come
That's
on, let's
right.
be honest.
But
Lot of
publicly,
shit.
we've given hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine already.
Okay.
Already.
So
and now we got Israel on top of it.
okay.
We didn't have that during Trump.
So
Not at all.
for
Trump
one-
blew them some bitches
So
up.
the next
I'm
president
just
you
saying.
vote for, you want them to send less money to foreign interests, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And what else?
How about we fix our own country first, and then we can worry about police and the rest of the world.
Okay.
You know, we got homeless people on the streets. We got veterans killing themselves like once every 20 or 30 seconds.
So
in the
how can we
United
fix
States.
that?
I'm sure a lot of money would help.
A lot of money.
Yeah, like the money we give to Ukraine every year.
So throwing money at it gonna fix it.
It might help.
Let's
But
throw
you-
the,
but
where
here's
them
the
dollars
thing.
at?
Here's the other problem with that. The big, huge problem I have with the federal government is they are not accountable whatsoever. It's not like you're going to get, you know, a detailed report of where your money's going.
Oh.
You're not going to get a bank statement from the federal government
Oh, okay.
showing, oh, I spent $20 at Thrifty Liquor. I went to $100 at U-Haul to go move my stuff over here.
I spent.
You know what I'm saying?
I spent 80 trillion
You know
on
what I'm saying?
fees.
I spent $80 trillion on like so many military things.
I-
You're never going to get that, ever.
I sent Boeing a check for $68 trillion.
Boeing's jets have been falling out of the air left and right. They have wheels falling off of them. These people was in the plane and the door flew
Hey, hold on.
off.
Let's get back to local government,
I'm
man.
just saying, dude.
You mad, man?
I'm just saying.
You can't come on here mad, man. Everything ain't gonna go your way. That's why it's called the vote. So
Have you ever seen that movie Network where that dude goes on around? I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. You haven't seen that?
But
That's
if you
hilarious.
don't act on it, you have no choice but to take it. That's what I'm trying to say. If you don't act on
There's a lot
those
of
things,
stuff.
it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, voting is the tip of the iceberg. But
Yeah.
you willing to get out there and campaign? You willing to put those
Oh,
little
yeah.
silly signs in people's yards and talk to people on
Oh,
how
yeah.
you feel about your candidate that you
Oh,
want
yeah.
to win? You know,
There's a certain relative of mine right now that he's running for a house seat, house seat in a different state. Okay,
oh,
and it's like, yeah, it's like the
Okay.
state house seat, right? So it's not like federal or anything.
okay.
But I've been laughing at him the whole time. I'm like, why don't I see you shaking hands and kissing babies anytime? I was like, you should have been out there shaking hands and kissing babies from day one, son. What are you doing? Are you running for elections or not?
In this age of COVID, I don't advise nobody kissing and shaking anybody's hands.
Don't you think that would make a difference, though? If you had a politician come up to you on the street and shook your hand.
Kiss me and shake my
said,
hand.
Not kissed you.
If he kissed
Are
me,
you
I'm
a baby?
I'm a
He ain't gonna
dick.
kiss you unless you're a baby. I'm just saying.
I'm somebody's baby.
But not anymore.
I'm Miss Danetta's baby.
You're a little older.
I'm Miss Danetta's baby.
I'm just saying.
But
you,
yeah, but
you
yeah.
know, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest.
I'm saying, dog.
Wouldn't that be a different look from a politician that you see nowadays?
Well, hey, with the LGBTQ, anything's
Oh, Lord.
possible.
You
With the, hey, what I say?
you're trying to get me started, man.
I ain't getting nobody started. I'm just saying, anything's possible. They have their policies too.
They have their
They want-
policies.
They
Shouldn't
want
all?
their needs met too.
Oh my God! Don't we all?
Everybody want their political agendas and needs met.
But how is
Right.
there's a difference between having your needs met and having your political needs met. Like-
Okay,
Like
okay.
you can go to Vegas for a
A
weekend.
need is a need.
You can go to Vegas for a weekend and pretty much have your needs met. Okay,
That's not a need.
Yeah,
I'm
because
talking-
what happens
That's
in
not
Vegas,
a need. That's a
what
serious
happens in
want.
Vegas stays in Vegas.
But
right?
that's a serious want. That's
I'm
not
just
a
saying.
need at all.
I'm just saying.
But I'm just not a need. That's not a need. That's a serious want. That's a perverted want.
Well,
Yeah. So,
if you
but-
follow politicians these days, that's mostly what they all do.
With most of
They
that,
go to
is-
Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
They just want the freedom to have the same choices that we do. The
I don't
straight
have a
people.
problem with that, but
You know, I think that's all they really want. I don't really think they want a lot of conflict. I don't think they want to be bothered. I think they want to be able to have the same choices that everybody else does without being.
But they can't.
What?
They signed up for it.
Well, I don't know. I can't say what they can and can't do because I don't have
They
that kind
signed
of
up
power.
for it. As soon as you run for political office, anybody can take a shot at you.
True.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you kind of sign up for it when I'm putting my name on that campaign slogan.
Yes, sir.
And I'm out there giving speeches, shaking hands and kissing babies.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
You better keep your hands off these people's babies.
Look, nothing looks better than the politician holding a baby like, I'm such a caring dude. If you go back into political history, you know, you'll see all kind of
I've
pictures.
seen videos where politicians picked up babies and babies start crying uncontrollably too.
Yeah. That's
not a good look.
That's because they don't know how to hold babies.
That means the baby can feel the evil coming from the politician.
You damn child molester, get away from me.
The babies know.
Baby's like, no, I'm too young.
Something innocent.
Leave me alone.
Yes. I'm still pure. I'm not even a month old yet.
Oh my God.
So yeah, so they know. The babies know evil
I'm
lurks.
just saying. There is a video out there, and it's talking about. Am I talking about the NFL or the NBA? It's like 22 of my members have been arrested for child abuse. Like 100 of the people working for me, like have been in assault situations.
Yeah.
Like 70 of them got DUIs.
Domestic
it just keeps on
violence.
going down this
Yeah,
list,
yeah.
and it's neither one. It's neither the NBA or
The NFL.
or the NFL. It's Congress.
It's Congress.
Congress, okay?
It's Congress.
Like 800, like
The Congress.
150 of them can't even get a credit card because that's how bad the credit is. Okay?
In Congress.
In Congress. Federal Congress. Okay?
People who we look to
Vote
represent
them
us.
out. Please. Look them up and vote them out. I don't care if they're a Democrat or Republican, and you're the opposite of that.
Man.
You've got to get rid of these people.
But let me ask you something.
Until we
Okay,
send
let
a
me ask you
clear
something.
message.
So you get rid of these people, then what's next?
You keep getting rid of them until they do what you want.
Man, by the time we would be we'll go the way of the dinosaurs. for that.
Well, that's the only real alternative we have.
Yeah, okay, I get you, my friend. But at the same
Because
token,
if the politicians know after
Uh-huh.
10 years or 2 elections, okay, whether it be a 4-year election for a president, a 2-year election for like the House,
so let me ask you
or like
this.
6-year for the Senate, if they know they don't do the will of the people, they're getting voted out. It's to their benefit with insider trading and all that other stuff they get
So
rich
you
off
think
of.
everyone should do a 2-year term,
No,
or should it be a mandatory just 3 years?
it should be 4.
It
At
should be
least.
4.
It should be at
Everyone should have a 4-year term,
least. Yeah.
like throughout.
But here's a little thing I'm gonna add to that, a little caveat I'm gonna put on top of it. We need like a 180-day warranty.
Okay. Let me ask you this: but why is the president only allowed 2 terms and they can never come back? Right? That's
Because then we'd have a dictator. We'd have somebody that just lives there, like that.
But if he's
That's
doing-
what we wanted to go against when we did the Revolutionary War, because the king or the queen used to rule England back then,
Yeah.
and they were in term for life.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right,
So
that-
you didn't want someone in there forever.
Okay, that makes
That's why they made that rule. Okay.
cool. Thank
Now,
you for
whether it
that.
applies now, I think it still does, because I think after time you just get corrupted.
You get corrupted. Well, hey, what they say? Power corrupts.
It does, and it corrupts absolutely.
The thirst for power. Nothing's more corrupting. Well,
That's why I just want money.
So,
I don't want
lem-
power. I just want money.
so let me ask you this. So now that we've made the choice and we have voted
I'm happy with
first, and we're back. But yeah, though. So yeah, I think it'll be best if we all just got to a point where we get to know our local law enforcements.
Oh yeah.
I know, no, we don't have guys walking the beat no more, like in the old movies. But usually, you see them around. You know,
Yeah.
they usually the same ones are patrolling. You know, speak to them,
Or you see him at the grocery store
see
too.
them at the grocery store.
Yeah.
You know,
Or the gas station.
at the gas. So yeah, that's what we see them at over here a lot. They be at the gas station. You know, so you know, I just think that if you get the opportunity to get to know them, then it'll be better. You know.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause when you know somebody personally, you less likely to cause a person harm that you know.
And that would cut down on the amount of shootings that happen.
Yeah,
too.
a lot of people.
Especially any type of police shooting.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
if I'm a cop and I've met all the people
That I
that I'm
serve.
protecting and serving,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna know everybody's personality. I'm not I might need to shoot him. I might just need to tase him. I might just need to knock him in the back of the head with a baton, or I might just need to talk to him. You know, there's varying. It's a spectrum.
Yeah.
It's a spectrum.
Yeah.
You know? I'm just
True.
saying,
True.
hey, is this dude having a bad day? Because we can all have that one bad thing that happens to us in one day, and like it upsets us for a little bit, and then we get over it. But if you've got like a bad day with like things are just constantly happening to you, like all day long, and like you get to the end of the day and you finally just flip the fuck out.
Uh-huh.
You know, a
Yeah.
cop could take that into consideration, and like he would talk to you at first. He'd be like, "Hey man, what's going on? Like, why are you acting like this?" And be like, "Dude, you just don't understand all the shit that's happened to me today." You know,
Yeah. That's cool.
that'd be a great thing.
That's a very good thing.
Oh yeah.
That way you're less likely to get your head blown off
Oh yeah.
over a misunderstanding. You know.
Because these days, cops go up and pull somebody over, and like they're scared half the time. They're like, "Is this dude high?"
Can you blame them?
No, I don't blame them one bit.
I mean, you got people be taking some wild stuff that make them trip.
Yeah.
I think that would be one of the worst calls to go on is for a drug addict, you know.
Do not be tripping and driving, please.
that's
Look.
that's what you're going to run your
Right.
campaign on? No tripping and driving.
Look, we got bad enough drivers around here already. Okay,
Don't be
Please.
tripping and driving.
don't drink and drive. Don't be doing any type of hallucinogen and drive. Okay,
Uh-huh.
no, that's a no.
Don't trip and drive.
That's a no, and you know that. You know that, so don't do it, please. So if we can just eliminate that, like no drinking and driving, no hallucinogens and driving, I think it'd be a lot better. Did you see on I-20 where that 18-wheeler rolled over and it covered all 3 lanes?
Yeah, I saw that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You know what happened with that?
No, I didn't.
SUV pulled in front of him and hit the brakes.
Intentionally?
Yeah. And the 18-wheeler plowed right into him. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? 18-wheelers cannot stop like your car can. Y'all really need to know that.
Did everybody get to live?
I don't know. I know the 18-wheeler driver was okay.
Okay.
I mean, there was him, one SUV, and then another SUV that got hit.
Well, yeah. So, back to our subject. So, the next election coming up is what?
April 27th.
And what
It's a bond election next month.
the bond election
Yep.
next month,
That's
April
right.
27th.
Yep.
Do you know what we'll be voting on?
I know one of the bonds is to improve the Shreveport Police and Fire Training Academy to give money to the cops and the fire department. And then part of it, that part I can go with, no problem. But then part of it is for the water department again.
Them crooks. Don't
They
we have
just raised our rates. Why do you need a bond on top of that? After you already raised our rates. And on top of that, what happened to the multi-trillion-dollar stimulus bill, not stimulus, my bad, infrastructure bill that was passed by the federal government? Why can't y'all use the money from that instead of raising our rates and making us pay for a bond?
Oh.
Can you please answer me that?
Whoa. And that was the man himself. Would y'all please get back to him?
In South Louisiana, they're using the money from that federal infrastructure package. They're building bridges, they're fixing roads.
In South Louisiana.
In South Louisiana.
Huh.
Yeah, but not up here.
What they doing with the money up here? Would you say they're lining pockets?
I don't know, man. I
Say
honestly don't know.
People sending money in their homes
But
remodeled?
I do believe that was passed at least 2 years ago now.
No.
2 years.
2 years ago, and we still got
Trillions
potholes.
of dollars.
And we still got potholes everywhere.
Oh my God, they're everywhere. And then y'all smack us in the face or kick us in the nuts, and y'all go and fill them with that popcorn crap ass filling y'all got. Y'all fill them damn potholes with that popcorn crap. And after a day, it's halfway out, and then as soon as it rains, it's even bigger
Wash it
pothole.
away. Yeah, it washes away.
Like, what is wrong with y'all? Fix the roads, man.
Yeah, I'll give us some free car tires.
And please.
Free car tires or free alignments.
And that's saying they ain't ever going to give you a free car tire.
That's what them potholes be destroying some tires, man.
There was a lady last year, her whole car was totaled out.
By a pothole?
Yeah, it was on Olive. Serious, it was on Olive and Crestwell.
The potholes are undefeated.
And she went to the city. She's like, y'all are going to buy me a new car. And they were like, nah, we're not going to buy you. And then you know what she did?
They'll give you a free bus ticket.
Yeah. You know what she did? She went to the news station. She's like, she bitched. Okay.
She bitched.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
and then
don't you think that was legitimate though?
Oh yeah, for
bitch.
sure. And guess what the city did the next day after it got its ass embarrassed?
Well,
It bought her a new car. You've got a new car.
Why you got to show your ass to get shit did? Huh? I always wondered that.
Because they're going to get away with whatever they can get away with.
Why can't people just talk out stuff and discuss it civilly and get things moving? Why everything got to be a debate or argument, or somebody got to raise hell and act a fool just to get stuff taken care of?
The attitude of like our citizens right now with government is like, if I don't catch you doing it, you're going to get away with it. And there's no telling how much you're getting away with already.
Yeah.
And that's why we got to make an ass out of ourselves.
That's sad, though.
Because they're going to get away with whatever they can get away with.
I don't want to have to cut up just to get some stuff taken care of.
But you
I want to be able to talk to people.
look, if you can do it for a little while, like a couple years,
Show your ass.
It'll stop. Not like, show your ass. I'm not talking about being like mental problem. Yeah, I'm not. You ain't got to show your ass. I mean, there's many levels of showing your ass, especially when you come from Shreveport.
Yeah, I know. We ain't short on that around here, huh?
I'm just saying, if you go to a thrifty liquor and just post out there, be like, hey, I'm just people watching. You know
somebody will show their ass.
Oh, my Lord.
In more ways than one. We the king of that.
But yeah, I'm glad Nicholson. He actually gave a concession speech, and I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it when he was saying it. Like it was like 11 o'clock last night.
After he said that he wanted to bring back stop and frisk, everybody looked at him different. I really do believe that sometimes certain statements or words or just people you affiliate with give you put a certain stigma on people, and like because. Well, black people, we always got the bad end of stop and frisk.
Yeah.
So once he said that was enough I think that was the rally cry that got black people off their ass and more of them started voting. When they thought about that, they thought about the stop and frisking of the 80s and then, you bring, because a lot of times with certain situations, people think you bring back one thing bad, you're going to bring back something. You bring back stop and frisk, next thing you know, you're going to bring back the chokehold. You bring back the chokehold, you're going to bring back other shit. And,
some people need to be choked out.
I don't support that. He does. Being as a person that's almost been choked out before, I don't think nobody should be choked out. I know what it feels like to be handled.
It's safer than a taser.
I know what it's like to be handled like that. I don't support it for anyone.
Just as long as they let go as soon as you tap out.
I don't support it. I don't care how long they hold it. That's
as soon as they feel you go limp, they gotta let go.
Just make sure you support that, not me.
It's better than a taser. With a taser, with your age and my age, if we get tased, we could more than likely have a heart attack.
With my fat ass,
we could have a heart attack.
With big as I am, it wouldn't take much to choke me out and kill me either. So
yeah, but
I don't want none of that. Okay.
If somebody chokes you out, though, they're just cutting off your air supply.
I don't want nobody cutting off my air. I don't care.
But if somebody tases you, they're giving you a heart attack.
Okay.
There's a big
I don't want
difference.
them doing neither, but I don't support none of that shit.
I'm just saying, choking you out is better than tasing you.
I will make sure
that
the police ever put us over together. I say he wants to be choked, officer.
Yeah.
You can I'm gonna just sit over here and wait.
Because tasing is one step away from being shot.
I know how to comply.
I do too.
Well,
I'm never gonna get choked out. That's my whole.
I don't know. You saying
no.
it's cool though?
I'm not saying it's cool. I'm saying it's better for you than getting tased.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Choking ain't better for nobody.
It's better than getting tased.
No, it's not.
Okay, let me plug a car battery up to your nipples.
You
And
ain't
then
supposed
turn
to
the
put
car
shit up to
off.
my nipple.
And let me choke you out. Which one are you gonna feel
Neither
better?
one.
You're gonna be at the
You
hospital.
ain't gonna have to, cause see, for one, we gonna I'ma comply. I'ma show him my
Me
ID,
too. Yeah.
and we gonna keep this nice, smooth, and simple. And,
Never gonna happen.
and he ain't gonna have to go for his taser.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna get shocked. And I'm gonna get to go home. And he gonna go home
That's
and
right.
hug his wife and see his
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah. And I ain't
So,
gonna get choked
but
either.
like I said, I've known personally once you know what shit feel like personally, you don't wish it on nobody. You know.
I'm not saying
So-
you do, but
So I don't think that
you've driven up and down
all
those
that,
streets.
like I say, I don't wish none of that on nobody. Choking is not the answer. Choking somebody is not the answer. Tasing them is not the answer. I mean,
Well, what do you
from
want the
my
cop to
point of
do?
view,
What do you want the cop to do?
to be cops.
If you give him no way to defend himself but a gun, like he can't choke anybody out.
Okay, let me
He
ask you
can
this.
tase
Hold on,
somebody.
wait. This
He can
what I
tase
don't
somebody.
understand. Okay.
Okay.
You want him to choke somebody out. How close you got to be to somebody to choke him?
Pretty close.
Okay, then. So you getting that close to choke somebody, you going to have to go for a weapon because ain't nobody going to let you willingly choke them. Man, oh, man.
Depends on
And you
how
got to
close.
realize, like, look how big we are. You know, ain't no single cop going to be, they going to have to jump just to get around our necks.
Yeah.
Come on, Mike. Come on, my man.
But that's just you and me. We're like,
Yeah, so
We're
that being
Thomases.
is, the police talk to me. I understand. I talk to them with respect, and they understand.
Yeah.
And that's it. Ain't nobody got choked, stung, shot, or nothing.
I just don't want to limit the police.
That's fine.
Like because
And I don't want to limit. I don't want to limit a person's chance to go home either.
well, you got to think about the cops' chance to go home too.
Well, I mean, so what you saying? A cop's life is more important than a civilian's?
If
No. You didn't.
Look,
You said a cop. You
I'm
you said a cop going home. You ain't saying about the civilian going home.
because
See,
if the cop
That's
is doing the right
one-sided.
thing, okay, if the cop is doing the right thing, he's like you or me, and you got some methed out crackhead out there that you're dealing with,
okay.
and he gets frisky with you, you're gonna, especially look, if he's got a weapon at all,
I'm
you're gonna-
tasing him first.
You're gonna tase him first, and then you're gonna shoot his ass.
I'm gonna tase
Okay.
him first.
Because with meth heads and people like that,
Yeah, I know
and
sometimes
they,
they don't.
even when you have mental disorders,
Now let me ask you something.
Okay.
What kind of weapon he has?
even if he has okay, let's say he's got like a knife
He got a knife.
or a shank, okay,
Okay.
shank or a knife, okay.
Okay.
Let's say he's got a belt,
What kind of belt?
a belt with a metal hook on it.
A belt with a metal.
Yeah.
The fuck your crackhead doing? Hey man,
I'm just saying.
I'm not supposed to go down this
I'm
road
just saying.
with you.
I just want you to
You got
imagine.
a belt with a fucking
Look,
hook.
it's dark. Look,
Where's you finding these addicts at belts with hooks? What are they, pirates?
Have
A
you
belt
driven
with a
to
hook.
Highland
Arr.
lately? Have you gone to Highland lately, sir?
No, for what? I don't know nobody over there.
Okay, drive up and down Highland at nighttime.
For
you,
what?
You will see
Let
these
me ask you
people
something.
everywhere.
Why are you driving up and down Highland at
I'm
nighttime?
not. I don't anymore.
Well, why you sending me over there?
But I have seen them.
That death trap. You go drive up and down Highland at night, and you will see crackheads
Oh, my God.
with belts with hooks on
Jesus.
and bats and knives. What is that, a scene for warriors over
I
there?
bet. It's
Come out
looking that way.
today.
It's looking like Mad Max more and more every day sometimes. I'm just saying, I'll take you Sunday night, okay?
No, you won't, because I ain't
I'll
going
take
nowhere.
you driving to Highland.
You ain't taking
We'll
me
drive
nowhere.
up and down the street.
Why? So I can get choked by
So
the
you
police?
could no, so
Man,
just
this
see-
guy's crazy,
Look,
y'all.
I'm gonna keep you
Just come
safe.
rescue
I'm gonna
me.
keep you safe.
No,
okay?
you're not.
Yeah, because I'm driving.
You want us to get choked.
I'm the
That
brown
ain't
guy
easy.
that's driving. Okay.
Don't
Okay.
worry. The black guy gonna be at home.
I'm
with
just-
him
I'm
on
just
my
saying.
TV in the middle of the night. I'm gonna have my ass in the house. Well, most
I just want you to see these people like they're evolving.
unless I got somewhere to go, I am not out in these streets late on no Sunday night. There's no reason for me to be on these
wait till
streets.
you go on a Friday night.
I ain't going on no night.
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
nobody in Highland. I have no business over there.
But I was a rideshare driver.
Well, you keep doing it. That's why
I was. I'm not anymore.
That's dangerous.
Well,
You letting people, strangers, get in your car and sit behind you. You don't know what you open yourself up to.
yeah, but they kind of go through a lot of checks.
Yeah, so do most terrorists.
I'm just saying, when I was a rideshare driver,
I'm just saying, be careful with this shit.
I had something ready for them.
Yeah, see, but
If they
why
touch me-
put yourself in that position where you have to be that guy? You know what I'm saying?
You're
do
not.
Do you really ask yourself, Mike?
Well, when you're a cop, you do have to be that guy.
I know,
sometimes.
and I understand that's their job. But
Yeah.
you not as a rideshare driver. It's not your
Okay.
job to lay people down in the street.
No.
But why? But you know in your heart, and be honest, you do not want to be the guy that has to blow somebody's head off.
Never.
Do you really want to? Because
No.
even if you're defending your own life, I figure that has a way of bothering and messing with your conscience.
I would never want to do that.
I know.
Never, ever.
Even though we know we may have to do something to survive,
Right.
but you really don't want to have to
No.
in nobody's life because you
Never.
know how important your life is.
No, you don't. Like, I would do my best to shoot them in the leg or something. But
But if they keep coming, are you gonna show
but here's the
them?
thing. Sometimes these cops got to make split-second decisions.
We ain't talking about the car. We talking about the rideshare drivers. Why you keep
Well,
going back to the car?
I got to make a split-second decision, too. Look, if I've got a gun in between my legs and I'm a rideshare driver, I'm just setting a scenario.
I'm going
This
for
is
it.
a hypothetical, okay?
I'm going for my piece.
I never actually did this, okay? If I had a gun in between my legs when I was a rideshare driver,
You need to be a rideshare driver.
and look, you're in Shreveport, okay?
Hey, maybe you should go.
If you're a rideshare driver and you're in Shreveport,
Go be a rideshare driver. somewhere safe.
you meet so many different types of people.
I bet you could write a storybook about it.
Oh my god. The best ones are
Tales
the
of the
three
rideshare drivers.
Oh god. The best ones are the three white girls. Oh yeah. That's right. The three white girls that have been drinking all night at like a bridesmaid party.
Yes.
They are the best
And why is that?
because they're frisky. They're very frisky. Like I was giving these three home. They were giving a ride to like the casino from Larry Flint's Hustle Club, right? Larry Flint's Hustle Club. They were at a bachelorette party. I guess there were no men stripping at the bachelorette party. There were women. Anyway, I picked them up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were just laughing and giggling. They was drunk. They was really, really drunk. And they was like, hey, like I drove them down the street for a little bit. We was talking for a little bit. You know, I always talk to people that are behind me because I feel more comfortable talking to people. It's just the way I am. 'Cause I don't want to just be silent the whole time. Because that's like, hey, are you going to kill me? Do I really need to grab my gun? Because if you're just silent the whole time, it shows me like you're in a different place.
Uh-huh.
Like, but these three girls, we was vibing, man. Right? And one of the girls was like, hey, do you want the remote control for my sex toy?
And that
And I was like, oh my
has nothing
God.
to do with local politics.
Oh my God.
Mm.
It's a great story. I'm just saying, look,
Hey, I, bet you
I did
didn't-
not expect
I bet
that.
you didn't have to go for your pistol, did you?
I didn't expect that. I'm just saying, I didn't expect that. I was like, what the?
Well, we knew what went on because remember HBO had the show called Taxi Cab Confessions back
Oh,
in the day.
it was just like Taxi Cab Confessions. For real.
So in other words, would you
Oh
say?
my God.
So let me ask you this: so
What ended up, most of the time what ended up happening was I was like their therapist.
so they would confide in you.
Oh, yeah. Because they never thought they'd see me again.
So they would just open up. And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
by them being drunk, their inhibitions was just low. wasn't
Oh,
it?
yeah. If you don't know this yet, being drunk is a truth serum.
Why would you say that?
It's just a fact. It's a fact. That's what it is. You get a woman drunk.
No, I'm not doing that. That's
I'm just-
illegal.
Look, if she wants to get drunk, if you and her go out and eat, and she ends up getting drunk, and it's on your bill, and you're paying for dinner.
Call her
Okay.
girlfriend to come take her home because I don't need that kind of trouble in my life.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying too.
Drunk women, they tell what they're really thinking out loud, whereas like most of the time you'd be like, they're silent. They don't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
But if they get a little tipsy,
Yeah.
everything they're thinking is coming straight out their mouth. There is no filter.
Oh, yeah. True, but
I mean, have you ever had a woman say, "Hey, do you want to play with my sex toy?
No,
Do you want the remote control for my sex toy?"
no.
I mean, that's shocked. I
No.
mean, I'm still shocked to this day.
I don't have a whole lot of exciting stuff going on in my sex life. So.
Well, I only did it for like a year. I only did the ride share thing for like a year. But man,
That was the most exciting year of your life.
I
Probably.
met so many different types of people. Oh my
It
god!
drove you nuts. I'm surprised you ain't back doing it.
Some of them did, but some of them did. Like it was almost therapeutic.
I'm surprised you're not back doing it.
I kind of want to, but it puts so many miles on the car.
You should get a van.
I really want to.
You should get a van, like a 3-row van.
You know, at the end of it, I actually had an old phone I used, and I used it for a dash cam. I had like the back facing and the forward facing camera, so there'd be a recording of whoever was behind me, and me driving down the road at the same time. Right?
This animal.
Man,
You're such an animal, Mike.
well, you're encouraged to have those.
You wild.
If you're a ride share driver, you're encouraged to have those by Lyft and Uber. Like Lyft and Uber want you to have a dash cam.
Two-way cams?
Yeah, they want you to have one of those. They really do. Just in case anything ever happens.
So many shady people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not just that, but it protects you and protect. Like for a while there, anytime I was worried about my safety, I would let them know right off the bat. Hey, there's a two-way camera right here. It's recording you and me at the same time while I'll take you wherever you're going.
Yeah. But it is smart.
I never had any problems. The biggest problem I ever had was like a young kid one night. He was drunk as hell, and like the two people in the back, they weren't so drunk, but there was a dude in the front seat with me, and he was like blackout drunk, and he was like, "You need to stop the car," and I was like, "Okay," and I scooched over like in 5 seconds flat. I was going like 45 miles an hour, and I hit the brakes, slammed the brakes, and I opened the door, the passenger side door, and I pushed his head out the door. I'm like, "You're not peeking in my car, dude." No. I had to push his head out the door, and he just started retching. It was terrible. Yeah. But when he was done, and I just took him home after that.
I vomited in my ride.
No. I grabbed him by the scruff of his neck and threw his head out the door. I'm like, you're not been in the vomiting. No. But there's a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers that have people like throw up in their car and shit. Or tear it up. So the bond election's next month, April 27th. I tried to tell everybody they couldn't vote that. I didn't really start doing it until like after 2 though, because I didn't even think about it for a while. But that's the one for the police, fire, and the water. Again, the water.
Always look at the fire department. They never make enough money.
No.
You got to realize, the police is important, but you got to realize, with the fire department, your whole job is based on putting your life on the line. You know, their whole job, that's what it's based on. You know what I'm saying? The whole job is based on putting their life on the line to make sure of the safety of others.
Well, you go into a fire.
That's what I'm saying.
Every time.
A fire.
Not every time.
Well, I mean, there's other dangers other than just fires. I mean,
yeah.
they deal with other stuff, bomb threats and people drowning and all kind of other shit.
The police do too.
Oh,
police do a lot of that.
Well, you go be a police officer, man.
I don't want to.
Every time I say something, you just won't let nobody else be great. Huh?
I'm
the fire department ain't great.
Yes, the fire department is great.
They are the greatest. They are the greatest.
Yeah, because they get paid less.
They are the greatest.
If they got paid more than the police department, which one would you think was the greatest?
Even though they don't make it, even if they made
Oh,
more,
they make
still,
barely.
I still
pay
think
sucks.
the fire department's the greatest. It's just something about them. It's something about them. You know, that's I don't know. It's just something about them to me. I've always looked up. I don't have no hatred toward the police. I don't get it like that. But I've always, even as a little boy, as a kid, you look up to the firemen.
You want to be a
And
fireman?
then I'm gonna tell you something. Like the paramedics, those are some miracle workers.
Oh my God,
Those are some miracle workers. Think about it.
I couldn't be a paramedic.
Shit, I know
No.
I couldn't. I don't got the stomach or the nerve for that.
Oh my God, especially around here.
Oh, can you imagine?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Jesus, just the overdoses alone.
my thing is,
God.
those guys are the true meaning of courage.
Oh yeah, I couldn't do it, man. I mean, half the time you're getting thrown up, somebody's puking on you, or you're dealing with a gunshot wound,
Gunshot wound.
or a rape victim.
Somebody's giving birth right there in your
Oh,
face.
Yeah,
They can't help. You know.
I mean, there's bodily fluids flowing everywhere. No matter what kind of fluid it might
juice
be,
is coming from every opening.
every orifice. There's fluids there. Oh my
All kinds
God,
of
they're
juices,
everywhere.
but
Whether it be blood or placenta fluid or whatever it might be. Oh my
you
God.
gotta go in the house and you can hear somebody crying and all you can see is smoke.
Could you imagine with the babies?
I don't want to talk about that.
That would break my heart.
I'm gonna back.
Especially if you were like a paramedic and you respond to a scene, there's like a baby that got harmed some way or another, and like you couldn't make that baby live, and that baby died in your arms. Good Lord,
So yeah, but
I couldn't be a paramedic, man.
so the
No
whole
way.
thing is civil workers don't make enough money. Period.
No, they don't.
Whether you be police or firemen or
Teachers.
911 operators,
Yeah.
you know, because they got to be some scary shit too.
Yeah, they probably need.
Think about the stuff. Think about how many killings that you get to
Yeah,
hear.
They probably need some
Somebody's spouse and went crazy and got a gun, and you can hear him shooting through the phone. You know,
You
think
probably
about
need
that.
therapy every day after that.
Yeah, they should get free health. They should get free mental health care
Oh, yeah.
for life.
There would be a
Talk
psychologist.
about post traumatic.
Depending on how big like the 911 place was and how many
Yeah.
people worked there, there would be like
So-
X number of psychologists there with them.
So all those jobs, you know what though? I think that should be it. All the jobs that people have to deal with the public. It takes a lot. Even the little stuff. You don't think about little stuff. I was sitting here and I was trying to explain to somebody, you know, postal workers, the mailman.
Mm-hmm.
You got to realize what they come into contact with. You know, because you got to realize that, okay, I live in some pretty, you know, not too savory neighborhoods.
Okay.
And you got guys, their whole job is to walk this entire neighborhood.
Yep.
Not knowing if they just walk through an area that's a drive-by where somebody's supposed to come back and retaliate. People's dogs are running loose trying to bite at them.
Man.
People mad because they thinking you switch mail and on purpose then try to deliver them their checks and
Right.
stuff. You have to realize that a lot of this stuff is just stressful.
A light bulb just went off in my brain.
Okay, let's hear it.
We're gonna hook up the mailmen that deliver the mail
With what?
with the cops.
What do you mean? For what?
You were talking about us getting to know the cops better. What if the mailman could do that job for us? They could be like a middleman, and they talk to the cops because they go to every house in the entire
But then
neighborhood.
that's gonna have people thinking that the mailman is snitching and get pressure on him. Now people want to really whoop the mailman because the mailman done told the police, "Well, I heard that they was cooking up some crack in there." You can't do that. No, the citizens got to get to know these people on the individual level. You can't have no go-betweens. Everybody got to get out and meet and greet and shake hands.
But-
I think it'll be better. And I ain't
Oh,
talking.
it would be.
You know what I'm saying?
It
And
would
you
be
don't have to
better.
be telling you don't have to be the police, but you gotta have a certain level of communication with them. You know, that's all I was saying.
I understand that, but with our limited number of police we have right now,
Yeah, true.
okay. Wouldn't
So
that-
what you want to get?
I-
The man and the badge in the gun?
Look,
too?
I talk to my. Do you talk to your man?
I don't even see my man.
You don't even, okay. I see my man like all the time.
I don't.
I do. I talk to him.
But I mean, you
Like-
got too much free time.
Like I do have way too much.
Well,
free time.
that's
I ain't
why.
gonna lie.
I
Look,
don't.
I ain't got nothing free time right now. I can't help that.
Well, I don't.
That's because of the legal profession. That's not because of me. All right? But anyway, I see my man like every time he comes down the street, and I say hi to him. You know, if it's look, even the garbage bin. Okay.
Hey, Mr. Trash Man.
Yeah. Look, I don't go and talk to him like during the winter, but when it's summertime, with the trash man, just the trash man. Okay.
Uh-huh.
During the summertime, I'll run out there and I'll give him water. I'll be like, man, I know it's hot as hell there. Here
Look
you
at
go.
this.
Here you go. Here's a cold water for you,
This
brother.
friendly joker.
Here's a cold water for you. I've done that several times,
You be making
especially
it rain.
last summer.
You be out there making it rain with bottles of water.
I'm just saying. Look,
Get your wet. Come on.
as hot as
Mr.
it gets
Garbage
down
Man.
here, as hot as it got here last year,
Come on, Mr. Garbage Man.
and
Your
they're
ass wet.
think about how stinky that garbage is.
How will you tell it? I be at work in the heat.
I'm
I ain't
just-
no air conditioning in my
exactly.
job either.
Exactly. I know what.
Ain't nobody bringing me no water.
Well, if I
yes.
was working close to you, I would bring you water. I'm just saying.
That's very kind.
I'm just saying because I know what it's like to work in the heat. I've worked in the heat many times over my lifetime, and if I have the choice to avoid it, I'm going to avoid that. Every time, give me air conditioning, please. Give me a heater when it turns cold. But the mailman, I see him every day, just about. I say hi to him. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, he gives, like he hands me my mail instead of putting it in the mailbox. And we're like, "Hey, what's up? What's up? How you doing? How you doing?" You know?
Uh-huh.
So if we got way less than the number of police officers we need here right now, why couldn't we have the mail carriers be like a go-between? Because they see every property.
Yeah, they do.
They see everything that's going on at every house. They have a snapshot
But
of,
the thing
of
is,
every single house
you don't want to get
everywhere.
them involved in what could spiral out into a situation that can make it an uncomfortable situation for the mailman to do their job. That's why the people that stay at the house need to get to know the police that patrol that area.
Well, we can make this secret.
Huh?
We can make it a secret. Just don't tell
They
nobody.
can hide in the honeycomb
Is
hideout.
this the first time the government has made something a secret? I'm just saying.
Don't put the mailman in on it, man. Let the mailman. They don't have no obligation to the neighborhood though, cause they just work over there.
They kind of do
No,
because
they really don't.
Actually,
don't have
they
to
do,
really fuck
because
with them like that.
how does the mailman not have an obligation to his neighborhood? You got to think a mailman. He's walking door to door every day.
Yeah, but
Don't he
really-
want things to be copacetic where he's walking door to door and delivering mail?
But he don't really.
Does he
own
want
nothing.
chaos or does he want harmony when he's walking door to door?
As long as they don't bother him, he probably don't care.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
But if they're bothering him, then that's something the police might need to know.
okay, you made your point, man.
Just saying. Look, it's just an idea. I'm not saying it's foolproof. I'm not
I
saying
don't
it's
want
what
the
we
police.
should
I
do.
don't want the mailman to get involved.
I think he already is. We just don't know it.
I don't think he is. I think he's just doing his job and trying to keep them dogs from biting him.
Okay, now he is, but I think he used to be.
You think the mailmen were secret agents back in the day?
I think they used to be.
Doom, 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 doom.
Because it's kind of like the milkman. You remember the milkman? Milkman slept with everyone's wife, right?
Was it? I don't know.
Wow, that's his reputation.
I'm gonna tell you what's weird. I remember being a little kid and all the mailmen were white when I was a little kid, and I never used to see any women mail carriers.
I can't even remember how long it's been since I've seen a Like
ethnic or female?
no,
Yeah.
since I've seen an actual white mail carrier.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It's
I was
been,
a child.
it's been a long time.
I'm going to say 80s.
Oh yeah, at least.
The 80s. I'm for real.
But it's a really good paying job.
Yeah, but hey, they get, but yeah, if you
They
can,
make some money,
I know if you can pound that pavement,
Yeah.
you strong for sure.
but they make like $23, $24 now.
I wonder, do the job pay for their shoes? Because they wear out some fucking shoes. How many pair of shoes you think a mail carrier goes through a month?
A lot, not a month.
Shit.
I can make shoes last like 6 months as long as you pay.
Come on.
Look, if you spend
You
like
gonna be walking
$100,
like that?
if you spend a good $100, $120 on a pair of shoes, it should last you at least 6 months. And if it doesn't, then you need to return them or never shop there again.
I don't know. I stick with New Balance.
The New Balance,
All my shoes are New Balance.
yeah, I did the. Damn, I'm trying to remember the name of them.
Even my work shoes are New Balance. New
Remember-
Balance make
New Balance is good. New Balance is good. Oh yeah,
steel toes.
the end. Yeah,
And they comfortable.
I'm trying to remember the name.
And they're
of them.
waterproof.
Mine are the slip-in shoes, and they've got like a really high arch on them.
Foot joy. Okay.
It's a major shoe brand though.
Sketcher.
Skechers. That's
Okay,
it.
yeah. The Howie Long shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta be confident. We up here talking about shoes. Them some fat guy shoes. You know that Skechers and New Balance. If you look in the big and tall, come
That's
on,
some bullshit.
Skechers, Skechers
That's
and New
some
Balance.
That's some bullshit. Because I'm
You
gonna
know
tell you
that
why.
like he ain't no big and tall.
I'm gonna tell you why.
If you look
okay?
in the big and tall catalog, got Skechers and New Balance. In it.
Look. Maybe online.
No, even in person.
No
too.
bullshit. Because I went to when we was at the lake house. Okay, me and my brother took a road trip to Dallas, Fort Worth. Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Okay, where there's a Skechers store.
Oh, not in their store. No, they ain't gonna have them in their store.
Well-
I said the big and tall stores.
Well, hey man, if you don't have the big and tall stuff in your stores,
Well, only certain stores do that. Like
that's bull.
Dillard just started doing it. JCPenney always had a big and tall. You know.
But why wouldn't you have it at your own freestanding apartment store?
We ain't a lot of big and
Department.
tall men coming in their store, so they kind of cater to what they
Dude.
can move. Ain't nobody for stock a bunch of stuff because you want to pass.
That's some bullshit.
You want customer. They might got 100.
They got
petite
enough room in
people.
there.
It don't matter.
They got plenty of room in there.
You're not the majority. You're the
Bullshit.
minority. You gotta understand.
Okay,
This
I'm
is
gonna
what is
tell you
right.
how much in the minority we are. Okay,
Look at this joker right
look,
here.
I went into that sketch store. All right,
Yeah.
in Fort Worth of all places, huge city, huge, as Donald Trump would say. Anyway, huge store. Okay, they had 3 shoes that fit me. 3 pair of shoes.
And where?
It was a Skechers store.
What
Freestanding store in
Can I
Fort
ask-
Worth, Texas.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Big ass city.
Can I ask you a question,
3
sir?
pairs of stores. Go ahead.
So, on the outside of the store, other than seeing the sign that says the name of the store, Skechers, what else was out there?
That was it.
Okay, so it
That's
didn't
why I
say.
said-
Wait, no.
That's
Let
why I
me finish.
said. That's why I said
me
freestanding.
Finish.
That's why I said freestanding.
Let me finish. Now, anywhere on that store, did it say big and tall?
No.
Okay, so it didn't say big and tall, right? So that means that you're at their mercy. Only thing they're required to have is all their products in there. They're not required to have every size to fit everyone at the time.
Okay.
Now, but if you would have went to a big and tall store, them the mopeds. If you would have went to a big and tall store, I'm sure they would have had more than 3 pairs to complement your massive size foot, sir. Like I have to do. I would go in a Skechers store. I, for one, is not going in the Skechers store, period. Because I know I wear a size 15, sir. A 15E. So I know that's not a size you can just pick up at your local Foot Locker or mall or anywhere. So I go to a place where they have a large selection for guys with my feet. There's a Skechers store on the boardwalk, but I
Yep.
bet you I can't buy not one pair of shoes in there.
Bullshit.
I bet you they ain't got nothing.
That's still bull.
And that's cool because
You
it just
got
says
a whole
Skechers.
store.
It just say Skechers on the store. It don't say big and tall.
It don't
Skechers.
have to say big and tall.
But you got to realize that it's not false. Okay.
Does Skechers really not know that there's big and tall men and women?
They do, but they got to cater to what they can make a profit off of. They're not a not-for-profit organization.
They can have more than 2 or 3 pairs of shoes.
This guy with his.
Look, I wear a 14 double E.
Okay, stop being a 14.
14 E/double E, depending on the shoe. Okay.
You're so angry.
14. That's not really that big. Look, if you go to Walmart, you will find all kinds of pair of 13s.
You're such a beautiful.
You will see all kinds of size 13s at Walmart.
I haven't worn 13s since high school.
I'm just saying, if you go to Walmart and you look in the shoe aisle, you will
sir.
see all kinds of size 13s.
True that.
So if I go to a store that's got your damn name on it, why are you not catering to all of the people that you serve? You are discriminating against us, sir.
Hey, hold
Anything
on,
above a size 13, you are discriminating against.
And they didn't have none of your
Especially,
size?
they had 3.
Oh, so they did have 3 pairs.
3 pair of shoes.
So that's catered to you.
This store is.
How you know they didn't sell out?
This
What
store
your
was the
sizes?
size of this side and that side together. You see what I'm saying?
So how you didn't? How
Plus
you know
some.
they didn't sell out? Of your size?
I asked the person to help me because they had like 15 people there standing around just twiddling their thumbs.
How you know they just didn't sell out of your size?
I
though?
asked them.
They probably didn't know.
I asked them.
Man, you know, half the people working these stores don't know what's
3
going on.
pair
Come on, man.
in a store with thousands of shoes
Man, stop
in it.
giving them hell over.
3 pair with a store with thousands of shoes. 3 pair.
We have big feet, Mike.
3
You can't
out
get
of
mad at people because we have big feet.
There must have been 5,000 pairs of shoes there, at least. I did not go through and count them, but just an estimate would be like 5,000. Okay, and that was just from what I saw on the floor. That does not include what they have in the back room. Okay, so when you add what they got in the damn back room,
I'll see what I have to deal with.
and
Because he can't
you've
get
got 3 pair of my shoes, my size shoes.
Did you get any one of those 3?
I did get one.
Okay, so they
But
didn't
only-
cater to you.
Look, it
You
did
got-
not. It did not cater to me. Number one, it was the least ugliest looking pair of shoes they had.
Ugly.
The least ugliest. I'm not even lying to you. It's my blue pair of tennis shoes that I have. I wear over here many times. They are very comfortable. I'm
I
not
really
gonna lie.
want you to get your life together.
They're very comfortable. But the first pair she showed me was
so
like
that's
black.
what you need to have a bond issue so you can get your size shoes in spot.
Your size too. I'm fighting for you too, sir. Campaign slogan.
I'm gonna
Okay.
tell you something.
I'm fighting for the big guy.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have a bond issue. Man, every store that sell any items of clothing for men should have a big and tall section.
I'm
no
just
matter.
saying, have you walked around?
Walmart, your ass on notice. We need a big and tall section. Target, Super Target, your ass on notice. We
The only
need that big
place
and
it
tall section.
does have one is like
Okay.
Walmart.
Walmart does not have a big and tall section.
It's got more of one than Target
No,
does.
it doesn't.
Bigger than Target.
No, neither does it. I shopped there. Marshalls need a big and tall. Ross need a big and tall. J.C. Penney,
Everyone.
appreciate you. Thank you for stepping your game up for
Every
many
game.
years. I've been getting big and tall from J.C. Penney since the early '90s, since high school.
But it's so expensive.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
No.
Why can't? Why just because we cover like an extra like
Layer of clothing.
layer of clothes?
You know why? Because it takes more material
I know
to
it
make
takes-
our clothes.
It doesn't take that much.
Yes,
more.
it does.
When you go from a 3X to a 4X,
It takes a significant amount
Nah.
of material. Yes, it does.
not to raise it $20.
Hey, man. Hey,
Especially if you're dealing with like sports coat.
well, think about
my
it. Oh, a
God.
sport coat.
Oh,
Oh,
my
think
God.
about it. You got to do the lining and all that. Yeah, it does take more for a sport coat.
Yeah, but they're like
Shit.
$300-400 for a
Well,
decent one.
hey, wait. I'm gonna take you to where I
That's
get
a
my.
move.
Hey, I'm gonna take you somewhere nice and get you some sport coats. Trust me, they got some nice blazers. You'll love them. They even got the ones with the leather patch on the elbows too.
I know there's some.
Yeah, I got a spot. I'm gonna take you there. You're gonna be like,
I know there's a few.
you're gonna
spots.
fall in love. And she's so nice. Because
Oh.
they cut it to fit.
There's a she
They'll
involved.
she'll cut it. She'll
There's a
measure
she
you.
involved. Okay.
Well, see, there
That's
you're
what
gonna be
I'm
in
talking about.
filthy. Filthy, filthy, filthy.
Well, as long as there's
Hey, you
involved,
watch your mouth. This is a
I'm
good,
involved.
wholesome show, okay, pal? This is a good, wholesome family show. You can't spread that filth in my show, man. Hey, you know this is the council culture. This is the age of council culture.
Look, there's nothing wrong with being a man, loves women.
But there's something wrong with being an animal, okay?
I'm not an animal.
You're filthy.
No, because if I was,
Oh,
I would be hitting on married women all the time. But I don't.
You're filthy.
I mean, all them women up at the therapy place I go to,
yeah, you're filthy.
I don't hit on none of them.
You're filthy.
I don't.
You're filthy.
Do I want to? Yes, but I don't.
Stop it. Don't do that.
I'm not. I'm not.
You and your
I will-
ladies.
Look, if they're married, or they got a boyfriend, I'm not messing with
Hey, our
them.
people at home have heard enough of you and your ladies.
I'm not messing
Your
with you.
physical therapy. Yeah, listen to it.
Angels.
Yeah, your angels, your
They're
angels
the
in yoga pants.
They're my Charlie Angels.
Yeah.
Charlie's Angels.
In yoga pants.
Oh, God.
You're sick.
Look,
You're sick.
I'm just saying.
You're
women-
sick.
I'm just asking.
Do you talk to
women-
your mother
Look,
with that mouth?
No.
I hope not.
I just tell her that they're angels. That's all I do.
He's sick, people. He's an animal. He's
Look,
an animal. Hide your wives.
if you are a beautiful woman,
Hide your women.
if you're a beautiful woman, okay,
Hide your girlfriend.
and all you do is wear yoga pants that are
Hide
skin tight,
all the ladies as of legal dating age from this animal.
you can't expect a man
No,
not to look.
No,
That's all I'm saying. A single man. If I'm a married man, I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna look at the sky and be like, "Boo, boo, 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 boo." But if I'm single,
Who are you? You gonna be
I'm-
Mr. Bean when you
I'm
get
just,
married?
I gotta be. If I'm married,
Make them sound
if I'm a married man, I gotta look up and I can't look at you. But you're wearing skin tight yoga pants every time, and you're so beautiful.
You're so sick.
They're so beautiful, man. It's not just on the outside though. It's on the inside too.
You're so sick.
It's on the inside.
He's so sick, everyone.
I'm not sick. I'm just a man.
He's a sick man.
I'm just a man.
He's a sickly man.
I can't help but being a single man. I mean,
He's a single sickly man, y'all.
single men are dogs.
But he's my
And
boy.
we're like, "Woof, woof, 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 woof."
And
We're not like dogs.
I just want you to know one thing, though.
But these women are so. Oh my God.
Even though, can I say something?
Yeah.
Even though we got our first black sheriff,
Amen.
we will be updating his movements as our first black sheriff.
Don't care what color you
Because
are.
he's a sheriff. Because he's a Democrat, he's a sheriff of the people of this parish. And we need him to do the best job he can do for us. Even if you're a Republican, independent, or wherever you are, if you're a unicorn, you need him in that office to do the best job he can for the people of his parish. You know, you have to realize something. As long as you're a citizen here, you're under his parish, his jurisdiction. And I'm not, even if Nichols would have won, I would say the same thing, even though, you know, he have views I don't understand why he wants to implement, but even if he became my sheriff, I would want him to do the best he could do for the people of this parish. Because at the end of the day, that's what those positions they hold, to do what's in the best interest of the people you serve, and that's for all the way up to the president.
The best metric we can use with the sheriff is there less crime in Caddo Parish or is there more crime?
Okay, but you have to ask yourself this. You have to realize if you notice, the majority of the crime is in certain areas of Caddo Parish. You don't hear about a lot of crime in the rural areas.
Shreveport.
Shreveport. You know, you don't hear about. That's where it's like the contrary, because Shreveport is the most populated town in the parish, or populated city in the parish. So yeah, So that being, yeah, you're gonna have more crime because more people here. So, but the thing is, you got to realize the city police officers patrol here. So you have to realize something too. It's still under the chief of police too to make sure that the city streets are safe as well.
But also, here's one thing that goes with that:
Uh huh.
the city police, SPD,
Yes, sir.
they work with the Caddo Parish sheriffs,
Well, yeah, sure.
and sometimes the sheriffs are allowed to come in the city and help the Shreveport police.
That's good,
Many times,
and that's a good thing.
it is. They should, and especially with the state troopers. Like, I'm the most critical of the state troopers above everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you barely see a state trooper in Shreveport, ever. It's like they're scared of Shreveport, honestly. Especially when I was doing
I
like
don't
the,
think that's it.
I think it is,
I
because
think-
when I was doing the rideshare driving stuff, they would be in Bossier. They would be on the streets, not just on the highway like they're supposed to be. Because state troopers are supposed to police the interstates. That's what they're supposed to police.
Well, I used to run into them all the time on 3132.
When's the last time you saw one?
I don't go that way no more.
I haven't seen one. I don't know how long. Even when I was giving people rides for like
Uh-huh.
a year, over a year, the only time I would see state police was either in Bossier Parish.
Uh-huh.
I would never see them in Shreveport,
But they're there.
but they would never actually be in Shreveport.
But they're there.
They're in Bossier. I would actually never, in a year, over a year of driving people around at nighttime of all times in Shreveport and Bossier.
So who is the head of the state police?
I have no idea.
You need to look at that.
But
You need to- hey, you
State
need to-
Troop G is here. Troop G.
That's our troop.
That's our troop. Troop G
What is it
in
like? What
Bossier.
that is what that is, Northwest Louisiana?
Yeah.
How many
I
troops
believe
are
so.
there? I mean, we need to.
There's another one once you get to Monroe.
So
There's another one in
what we need to
Alexandria.
do is, so what we need to do is look up all this information and share this with our local citizens so they can know who to vote for and how to watch out for things.
I want y'all to tell me how many times y'all see, if you're in Shreveport, please tell me how many times you see a state trooper in Shreveport. I never see them in Shreveport.
So what?
I might
So
have
what
seen
you
them-
want? What you want? Answers?
I just want to know. Look, I seen. Look, one of them pulled me over. Look, I might have a little bias because one of them pulled me over in Bossier.
Oh, that's
One
why.
of, in
'Cause
Bossier
you got pulled over. Now you want to
on the streets.
Y'all forget him.
On the streets.
He's mad.
Okay, not on the interstate.
They put you up on the streets.
I was on East Texas.
What you was doing? Donuts?
I was doing a ride share. I was taking a drunk dude home. I was trying to make sure. I was taking care of a drunk guy from a bar and making sure this dude made it home safe.
I think you was up to no good.
I was not.
You
I
sure?
swear to God. Because I talked to the guy and he was like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm a ride share driver." I showed him the app on my phone. I'm like, "Look, I'm working for Lyft right now." I was like, "This dude in the backseat of my car, he is drunk as hell, okay? And I'm just trying to get him home.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not sure why the hell you pulled me over, especially after 4 or 5 other cars were doing 10 miles over the speed limit, and I had my cruise control set at the speed limit.
Okay.
But you pulled me over
He is,
because we went from Old Bendon Road. That's when he pulled up behind
he
me.
is really PO'd people.
Well, this mother. Anyway,
This
we,
is black
we,
on
was,
black.
we was on Old Bendon Road, turning left on Benton.
Uh-huh.
You know where the Posados is, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We went over the bridge, and I swear this dude stayed. The state trooper stayed behind me
Which
the whole
bridge?
time. The
On
Benton
Ben-
Road
on
Bridge.
Benton Road Bridge?
Yeah, Benton Road
Okay.
Bridge. Yeah. You know the one they made over the railroad.
Yeah, that goes
So
around
traffic?
by
Yeah, yeah.
cable company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
And this dude, he followed me, and I had my cruise control set at 35 miles an hour. 4 or 5 other people passed me on my left.
He
Just
stayed
passed
on
me.
your ass.
They're passing me left and right.
You ever notice he probably was wondering what was going on because you picked up the drunk guy?
I can't give a dude a ride home.
It's not that. It's just,
I'm driving the speed limit.
Yeah, but
There's 4 or 5 other cars next to me that are not driving the speed limit. They're driving 10 miles over the speed limit.
none of those other cars just stopped and picked up a drunk guy either. You know how it is around here.
I picked him up way before he started getting on my ass. I'm just saying. I picked him up from Bilbo Baggins. Okay. Then Bilbo Baggins right there at Benton Road.
Yeah,
and
I know what
I-20.
Bilbo Baggins
Yeah. You know where Bilbo's is. I picked him up right there. Okay. Then I had to drive down the parking lot just to get out of that place because the traffic was heavy. So I had to drive down the parking lot,
And that's when he
almost to
probably-
where Eddie's was. Okay. You know where Eddie's past Eddie's billboard?
You had to drive that far down?
Yeah. The traffic was heavy at that time.
It
I was just
that
trying.
heavy?
Yes.
He was following
Bozer
you?
traffic.
Maybe he was picking on you then.
He was picking on me then.
Yeah, if that traffic was that heavy, he singles you out like that and followed you.
And plus, this was back when I had a ponytail too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. You was looking like
He singled out the ponytail.
Yeah, you looked like a ruffian. That's
Yeah.
why. The riffraff.
Even though I was just a nice guy,
With
giving
a
a drunk dude,
ponytail.
a nice guy with a ponytail, giving a drunk ass white dude a ride
But all
home from the
ponytail
bar.
guys be outlaws. It's something about the ponytail.
That's why I took it off.
He said,
You will not profile me anymore. Damn it.
Ponytails are outlaws. I've never seen a guy with a ponytail run for office. I want to see a guy with a ponytail run for a political office.
I've never seen it.
His campaign slogans would be long hair, don't care. We need that. All you guys with ponytails and mullets, step to the front of the congregation.
I think the mullet guys need to come out more.
The who? The mullets. I think that because if you look
Bobby
at
McBride.
all the movies, the outlaws had long hair.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah. I guess that's why he pulled me over. He was living in the Wild Wild West.
You probably was acting up too much.
No, I wasn't.
You're a wild guy.
Look,
You make me nervous.
when I do the ride share driving
Yes.
and I'm being recorded,
You make me nervous.
and there's some dude in my backseat that might be recording me at the same time.
For real?
Yeah, they do that all the time. Just be like, "Hey, this dude messed with me," or blah, 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 blah. You know, they're trying to get money. It's all about the money.
It's all about the bread,
saying.
man.
But back when I was doing that, yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't take no chances. I had the cruise control set at all times. I talk to the people. I get to know them a little bit, you know.
You get down on it.
But there's so many drunk people I picked up from, especially downtown Shreveport.
Uh-huh.
That's when you make your money, right
Well,
there.
it's Louisiana. We have a lot of people that like to enjoy a good drink.
Between 2 o'clock and like 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
you can make so much money. Especially at the strip club.
What's the strip club?
Larry Flint's Hustler Club.
The Hustlers Club.
The Hustler Club. Yeah. Many a bachelor parties and bachelorette parties have been held there.
Yeah. Why is that? I wonder. Do people have to see
Because they've
folks?
got strippers on poles
So that's what
and
it
they
is.
have alcohol.
So in order for you to have a good time, it has to be naked women swinging on poles and getting drunk.
Well, I'm just saying it's a
I'm
good
just
time.
asking.
It's a good time.
That's what
It's
it
not
is.
the only good time, but it is definitely a good time.
Okay.
Especially if you're like a single guy
A single guy. Huh?
or even a single girl these days. Yes, sir.
You're sick.
Well, I did pick up 3 of them from the Hustler Club,
You're
and they wanted to know if I wanted to play with the remote control on their
You're
sex toy.
sick.
Okay. Now, I'm not
You
sick.
are
That's what they asked me. I said no.
You're sick.
I said I'm driving.
You're sick.
I'm driving you. I'm trying to make sure you're safe. I'm not gonna play with your remote control on your sex toy tonight.
Okay, that's
Sorry.
good.
I did not. I resisted the
So if you
temptation.
ever ran for office, can't nobody use that over you.
No, they can't.
Okay.
I never played with the remote control.
I did not play with that woman, you know.
I did not.
I can see you in front of the Supreme Court. I did not. When it comes to the question, did or did I not titillate that woman, I did not play with her sex toy, Your Honor.
No.
I did not.
I did not.
I sat there and I drove them to that location with my head turned. I kept my eye on the road.
No, I was talking to him.
At no point in time I attempted
I'll talk to
to
anybody.
fondle any of those ladies.
That's the thing. I'll talk to anybody. I'm not going to play with your remote controls or your text over there.
Are you sure?
Especially when I'm trying to drive you safely
If we find this
to
woman,
your
we
next
hey,
destination.
if they find that woman, they will question.
Find her. I dare you. She's not there.
What happened? What'd you do to her?
I didn't do anything to her.
Yeah. How you know she's not there
It
anymore?
never happened.
How you know she's not there anymore?
Fake news, sir. Fake news.
Fake news. Fake news.
Fake news. Fake news.
Yeah, that toy.
It sounds like it came from China.
That's how he said it.
Sometimes I just miss the way he says China.
He's sick. You're sick, Michael. You're sick. But yeah, well, thank you for tuning in for another Sunday afternoon. And once again, Whitehorn is the new sheriff in town.
Amen.
And thank y'all for lending us your ear on another Sunday afternoon of the Black Guy and Brown Guy Walks Into a Bar. Have a good night.